Hello, my sewing friends. This is my collab with the Fab5. I'm Jen, and this is not my sewing room, it's my kitchen. And I'm in here because I'm getting ready to make some blueberry muffins, but I had to tell you all about my collab with the Fab5. And stay tuned because I put in a tutorial for the way I did one of these things. I am going to make blueberry muffins, but first I have to tell you about the collab that I did with the Fab5, who are all these people. We want to do a collab throughout the year, like once every 2 or 3 months, and we all pick a theme. Well, my theme is space. So we are all making something having to do with space. Well, I had all kinds of ideas, but I ended up with this one, R2D2. This is an apron from a pattern by So Easy. It's just a basic apron, and the top is satin. The rest of it is just a couple of muslin sheets that I had to make muslins. And they're 100% cotton, and I just sewed them together and then turned them inside out so I wouldn't have to finish any edges. I top stitched those edges, and so I followed their template, which requires you to cut various colors, blue, black, and I think there's one piece of red here. Fuse them on with fusible web and sew your ties on, and that's pretty much it. Well, I couldn't leave well enough alone, so of course I had to applique everything. And this black circle here is supposed to be a projector that is dome-shaped. So I just took satin to give it some shine, and just from scraps I had. And I put some batting underneath of it before I stitched it on. So it has, some dimension. The silver satin, which is on top, I got this silver from Walmart, actually, from the pre-cut pieces that they have hanging on the wall. Not the bundles, but the actual fabrics that they have hanging on the walls. So that's where that came from. The black and the red were just in my stash, and they're satin, I don't know where I got them, but, scraps. And again, I couldn't leave well enough alone. Parts of R2D2 are dimensional. They're all white, but they're dimensional as if someone has taken white pieces of metal and stuck them on. So instead of doing it in black thread, all the outlining, like you would, like the pattern calls for, what I did was I used a silver thread. So it's not as obvious, but it gives it some dimension. I also sewed them with a double needle, so you get a little bit more of that. These lines here, I just satin stitched in a line to get those. I appliqued around each thing in the color of the thing, so basically I just satin stitched it all on. So that's R2D2 for you. I am thrilled with this apron. The only thing it's missing is pockets, but you know what? I'll do without the pockets because this is amazing. So that's not all I did for the space theme. I also finally finished my jean skirt. This is a new look pattern, and it's just a jean skirt, and I have wanted one of these for a while now, and I have a white one from a new look pattern, and I love it. It gave me a little trouble with the fly front, same here, but I think that's got more to do with me following directions and that kind of thing. This has a waistband, 2 front pockets, 2 back pockets, and it flares out a little bit. I cut it, the hem above the knee, not too far above the knee, but it's a jean skirt that I'm gonna wear with probably tennis shoes. So here's the fun part. I have R2D2 and BB8 for the back pockets. Want to know how I did this for my back pockets? I don't have a Cricut, but I'm going to show you how to do this. You can print an image on a piece of fabric. Let me show you how I do it. Here are the things you're going to need. A rotary cutter, a ruler, and some freezer paper, which you can find at your grocery store with the Ziploc bags and aluminum foil. So what we're going to do is take our fabric, and you can use any fabric. The most important thing is that your fabric is going to be light enough so your design will show. And I've used all these kinds of fabrics before. I like canvas, but this is a muslin sheet that I'm going to use. So you want to take a piece of copy paper that will fit into your printer and your ruler and your rotary cutter, along with your freezer paper. Lay your fabric on top of your freezer paper, and then you just want to cut those two things at the same time, the same size as your piece of copy paper. Once you get these cut, what you want to do is lay your freezer paper shiny side down onto your piece of fabric. Then we're going to go over to the iron, and we're going to iron those two things together with an iron on relatively high heat. And you want to take your time doing it, because what you want to do is melt the wax that you've got up against your fabric so that they'll stick to each other. After you've done that, you just take it over to your printer. Put the fabric side down if that's how your printer loads, and then just put it in just like a piece of paper. Then you want to go over to your computer where you can pull up your design. I'm working on a Mac here, so I just double clicked it. It comes up in preview, and all I do is hit print. And when the printer dialog box comes up, then I can tell it I want landscape, I want portrait, and then I can adjust the size that it is to fit onto the paper. This one I'm putting at 40% so that I can fit it to the paper, and then just hit print. Once you have your design, then all you have to do is take the paper off. It'll peel off really easily, and there you go. It's a design of your choice on your fabric. So that is my collab, my space collab with the Fab5. I hope you really enjoy all of the space kind of things that everybody does. And I am really excited to go see all their videos. This has been a lot of fun. And so I guess that'll do it for me. And I will leave you with my favorite verse. Do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. I'll see you next time.